Right, so at the visitor center, I just learned a little bit about nature. Elk were through the area. That was just a coincidence. I mean, it could be a daily coincidence for all I know. They have a large area to roam, so it's probably not too often you just come across elk like that. As I was inside the building, I heard a police horn, just and I think the cop was shooing the elk off the road as he was trying to just go along on his duties. They were just beeping at the elk to get out of the way. So all along here can be some elk. They're not so scared of people around here. They might see more people, but you go up to the northern part of Oregon, in just the northwest part of Oregon, they're pretty scared of humans. They're constantly on the move, running around, getting as far away as they can from humans. A lot of them are, at least. It just depends on the elk, I guess. Because there are some at Seaside that were just walking through the town, mostly at night. It depends, yeah, it just depends where they're hanging out. The camp, oh, what? Trailhead Park, there was parking back there. I'm kind of interested in stopping the park and cook my potatoes, but yeah, there's trailhead parking. It's very difficult to decide, having never been here before. Very large trees, tall and pretty wide. A lot of spots to stop and park. Yeah, there's a lot of designated spots. You can kind of pull in on the left. Corkscrew tree. Pull in just many places. This is off the highway. You have a choice to continue on the highway or turn off onto this road. This I would say, what is it, that the one that this is going to rival the one south of here, the Avenue of the Giants. I would say that this rivals it, because this is pretty cool too. Some massive trees to drive by, pretty much at the same sizes in comparison. Trailhead parking. The guy's got his lights on. It's only 3:30, and it's dark enough to have lights. They got quite a trail. Yeah, wow. Trails that go into the woods. You can go. This would be a little more appealing to walk around and check out. They actually have elk. I'm not too confident the Avenue of the Giants in hippie land would have many if any elk navigate just wandering around. Elk can reach them southern areas, no problem. Elk have a wide range for habitat. They just, vegetation's everywhere. But there's less vegetation. There's more vegetation up further north. More rain. Elk are more designed to handle them rains. Elk will just stand out in the rain. If it's, rains all day, the elk will be fine with it. Wet fur is no big deal for the elk, I'm guessing. So, man, it'd be nice to have a coat of elk fur. I think that might be an advantage. It's got to be the fur that keeps them warm. They don't seem to have really big fur. Maybe they do, unless if it's the fat that's really keeping them warm. But I mean, you gotta consider their joints. They got to keep their joints warm enough and loose enough, even in the coldest of rains. So the fur would be their next best thing. If you can't really There's not many animals. There's probably no animals out there that can really form good fat around all their joints. Maybe the fish, I suppose. But joints are meant to not have fat built around them so much. Yeah, it's just massive. But yeah, all along here, I'm gonna guess that there's probably not going to be any real turn in for a big parking lot. It's all just pull off to the side of the road and take a trail here or a trail there. And I don't have an update for my map. I probably could have gotten an update at that visitor center. I just never checked the internet. I got kind of tired of looking at the internet when I was just spending half the day in that last city looking at the internet. Edward Wagner. My left window is getting a little foggy. There's enough moisture in the air. I'm breathing heavy. I don't have my air on. I suppose I could just kind of open up the windows a little bit. Yeah, those elk are pretty big. Pretty impressive. So yeah, lots of turn-in, turn-out spots. Just stop. A lot of choices. Not very windy. They don't need to make really any major turns because it's just all flat ground throughout here. Just pave away. You know, we'd probably be running over spots that had some very large trees at one time, and then they got removed for this road. Yeah, no doubt there were, you know, hundreds of feet high within the past millions of years. Probably some amazing things just on this road. And yeah, humans have been able to pave a path through the area. Just had to fight the vegetation a little bit, and now we got the path. It's not like we're really going around any redwoods. It's not like we're giving the redwoods the right of way. Well, to make a good path, it is kind of curvy, but it doesn't really look like there's any clear indication they made any turns just to go around any particular tree. All trees are fair game for getting chopped down. There would be other features maybe more concerning, like on the side on the right, it looks like the elevation goes up quite a bit. So maybe we're wrapping around a mountain in some way, or a higher elevation. That looks like another rental RV. Yep. Yeah, with the advertisement. Those things are very popular around these parts. But I've seen them in quite a few areas. Speed limit's 45. I'm going 35. It's 3:30. It's not supposed to get dark for at least an hour. I think I might drive all the way up to this city, Crescent City. Then I'll be out of luck for cooking. That's kind of depressing. I kind of want to cook some potatoes. I could really go for some. I got a 5-pound bag of potatoes I'd like to cook, but that just might not be very good option. I could kind of do it on the side of this road somewhere. They say there's no overnight parking, and cops go through here probably every night, 10 to 6. At some point a cop will go through here 10 to 6, and there's no hiding from the cops. You can park on the side of the road and be seen. You can't really park deep into the woods. Yeah, on the side, and a cop will just, between 10 and 6, a cop at some point will come by and just say, hey, you can't park here. There's no overnight parking. It depends on the cop, but that's about to fall onto the road. they're all obligated to be jerks about, you know, this law, because they'll get in trouble if they don't enforce it. So it wasn't always like this. I guess you could say some people ruined it, or, you know, in what way though? How did people ruin it? Was it the greed of the park rangers that just want to enforce that you have to park at their designated camps? Or is it actual people who are making a mess of the area? There's a give and take there. I'm not sure who's more to blame. Greed is pretty motivating, okay? Forcing it to control people with their laws and stuff. Greed is pretty motivating. Fred Cottrell Memorial Grove. Little branch fell into the road. If it was sunny, this would be pretty good shade. This would be a pretty good shaded drive. Man, I just, you know, those people stopped back there to check out, to take pictures with the tall trees, and they must have come from the north. Yeah, the turnouts just, they're not looking as attractive up here. They do, now they look better back. Oh man, what is this, like a road? Is this a road? Man, this is a trail though. See, I could kind of park and cook my potatoes here. It looks like it was a road. It even says stop. Oh my god, I kind of want to do it. This is kind of risky, but just to get it done.